Oh, hello, folks. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. We're going to take a little bit of a break from Mini GT today. I do have some more Mini GT models to get through, but I'm sure as you guys were able to tell in the last video, they kind of annoyed me with those, with the terrible quality on those hypercars and all the decals. So we're going to take a look at a much higher quality brand, albeit a much more expensive brand. But we're going to take a look at the two new LCD model Pagani Utopias. They look incredible. They are officially licensed by Pagani, of course, and they are 1/64 scale. Like I've told you guys before, LCD is one of my favorite brands, and I will continue to praise them and recommend them to anybody that is interested. But there's all the information on the bottom right there. There's your UPC with that. It's they just call this white. There's no actual color paint code or anything. But yeah, it is officially licensed. LCDs, like I said, they're a great brand. So we have the white one, and then we have this carbon fiber one right here. I have taken the white one out already to look at it, but I just got this carbon one in not too long ago. So this one is still sealed. So yeah, we'll just we'll take a break from the old Mini GT, and we'll get back into it the next video. But let's go ahead and start with the white one right here. One thing they did on these, which I don't think they've done before on their 1/64 scale stuff, is they put this little foam pad on the bottom of the base, but it doesn't make sense because the foam pad doesn't sit in there tight and it just falls out as soon as you take the model out of the sleeve. So I don't know what the point of that foam was, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, acrylic case, really nice. You know what? I guess we could take these off the base because they don't seem super fragile. So we will do that. But the base is really nice. You have this photo etched metal plate at the front of it. It says Utopia, and then it has the Pagani seal right there. And then this base is heavier than a lot, and I think it's like two separate pieces, but I can't. Surely that's not real carbon fiber. Surely that's probably just some sort of like printed on effect. But the base looks really nice with that carbon fiber, and it's heavier than most of LCD's cases too. So very cool, very interesting, but very cool. So, well, we don't want to do that. But let's go ahead and take these off the base. At least this one. Might not take both of them off just to conserve time, but we will take a look at this one. So there it is. Let's before we look at the model, let's see if it rolls. So let's move this stuff out of the way. It actually does roll. It doesn't roll super smooth, but the wheels are not getting stuck on anything, which is good. So for all you roller heads out there, because I know there's a lot of you out there, these LCD Utopias do roll quite nice. So that's I guess that's a little bonus for you. But the wheels on this do look really nice. From what I've seen, they do look pretty accurate to the real car. It's kind of a funky looking wheel design, but it kind of fits these Paganis. It's like a mix of like black and silver. And then I don't know what these like little, I don't know what the things around the edge of the wheel are, but they do look nice. It's really hard to see with these wheels, but these do have brake details behind the wheel. It's going to have a rotor and a caliper, and LCD's usually pretty good about it being accurate to the real car, so that is all good. The wing mirrors are very detailed. They're not just like a generic little rubber nub like you'd find on a Mini GT. They actually do look like what they are on the real car, which is nice. And then they have a couple little stickers in them that are kind of reflective, which it's just a nice little touch. But the paint is really nice. It's like this like cream off-white color, but it's like a matte metallic. It looks very nice. It feels very good in the hands, and very accurate to this exact car from what I have seen. So back here, I think that says Horacio Pagani. I believe that's what that says. Maybe not. Maybe it says something else. But it for sure says, I don't know. That's really hard to read. I would imagine that's Mr. Pagani's name right there. But you do have this little red mark right here, which is actually a leather strap, interestingly enough. So you have one right there, then you have one at the front, and then you'll have two in the same spots on the other side. And those straps are actually what keep the engine hatch down, and what keeps like the front end, this like front cover down as well. So they're actually like little leather straps. So it's cool to see them represented right there. I think that's a nice little touch as well. Going to the front end, the headlights do look very nice. You can see some bulb details down under the acrylic lenses, which is really nice. The acrylic's really clear, and yeah, it looks really nice. It's a very clean looking Pagani. It's nothing like, there's not a whole lot of insane things going on, but it's a very clean, bespoke looking car. But you've got these like interesting designs in the front where the grill is and stuff. You'll see like in here, this like, I don't know if that's an intercooler or just a grill, but it actually is angled up because the air is going to travel through the hood and out these vents right here. So that is really cool. You have the one singular windshield wiper on the front, and that actually is carbon fiber, and it looks like that Pagani logo in there is a separate piece, which is very nice. The windshield wiper is a separate piece as well. It is plastic, but it's raised up off of the windshield, so it's not molded into the windshield glass, which is what most companies do, just because it saves a little bit of cost. And as you'll see, the interior of these are very nicely detailed. So you've got like that maroon color. You can see some carbon fiber right under the window at the very front of the dash. You're going to have all your little gauges and stuff right here and on the sides. You can see down in there, you actually do have your shifter and all your buttons and your center console and stuff. That's going to be with like a tan color. Steering wheel is a mix of that maroon and silver. You've got some stuff going on right there, like some more gauges and dials and whatnot. The interior on these is really nice. And then the moonroof right here as well. It is acrylic and you can see through it, but it's got like this interesting like polka dotted texture on it. I would imagine that's accurate to the real car. I don't know what purpose that serves, but yeah, really nice looking interior on this one. Probably one of the nicest interiors I've seen on a 164 model in this price range. Surely there's probably some resin stuff that is better, but that looks amazing. Oh, it looks so good. But yeah, the rest of the car is pretty simple. You've got your engine cover right here. You can see a little bit of like the actual engine cover of the car, but it's just done in silver. Not too much detail right there. And then everything just kind of flows to the back of the car like Paganis normally do. And then you have this beautiful rear end. So you've got your taillights on either side, which actually look like they're wrapped in metal. It might be plastic that's painted chrome, but those actually do look like separate metal pieces on the taillights, which is awesome. And same for the exhaust tip right here too. This little chrome circle piece that wraps around them looks like it might be like a separate metal piece, which if it is, that's amazing. I don't really have any way of telling, but you do have your 4 exhaust tips, which also do appear to be metal. Unfortunately, I guess it's just something that's really hard to do. I have yet to find somebody that makes Paganis with these 4 quad pipes like actually straight. Like they're always like tilted to one side, which this one is no exception. But it's not terrible. It's not something that I wouldn't skip this model just because of that. I think they still did a pretty good job with it, especially if all these little pieces in here are like metal and stuff. But you have Pagani on the back license plate. Utopia in silver lettering right there. You've got some more reflectors and brake lights down here. And then you can see a little bit of like the suspension and exhaust pipes and whatnot in here, but there's not too much. And then a little bit of like a rear diffuser on the bottom right here. The bottom of the car is going to be just kind of flat, but it does have LCD, and it also does tell you that it's a 1/64 scale Pagani Utopia, which is good to see. But yeah, that's the white one. Beautiful car. Probably one of my favorite Paganis that Pagani has ever made. It's just, it's so simple but elegant and bespoke, and I think the Utopia is awesome. But that was the white one, so now we'll get into the carbon one. Probably won't take too much time for this one just because it is the same exact casting. But I do think the interior is a different color on this one than it was on the white. So that'll be kind of interesting. This is a slightly different packaging style than what I'm used to with LCD. Usually their boxes have covers on the end, so it's not just like they're kind of copying like a CM model or a Tarmac Works or an Inno. Usually the side of the boxes do have like a cover over it, so I don't know why they changed that, but I don't really mind either way. It doesn't really matter, I guess. This one also has that foam piece that's not going to stay in there. Actually, no, this one seems to be... That one seems to be a little bit... Yeah, they cut this foam piece too small. This one actually stays in there. But like I said, I'm not going to take this one off the base. But, oh my goodness, look at that. Full carbon Pagani Utopia. And it looks absolutely incredible. They're, like I've said before, LCD's carbon fiber printing is one of the best, if not the best, in my opinion, of all these 1/64 scale brands, and this is no exception. That looks phenomenal. And as you can see on this one, the interior is going to be more of like a beige tan color instead of that maroon, which I think looks really good with the carbon fiber anyways. So you can see the shifter and all the goodies in there. It would be fun to take one of these apart, but that might take a little bit too long. But yeah, really nice interior. And yeah, this carbon fiber version just looks freaking awesome. Exhaust pipes do look a little bit straighter on this one, which is good. And on this one, the pipes and whatnot down there are going to be silver, so it's gives a little bit more of an accent right there in that gap. But oh my gosh, these are incredible models. If you guys like Pagani and you like LCD, I don't know why you wouldn't buy these. These are incredible. But yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So yeah, this was a nice little break from Mini GT. I don't know how many of you are even interested in seeing these or these LCD models. I know they're not a super popular brand yet, but they, as far as like their supercars and stuff, I know they make some street cars. They do like SUVs and stuff too. Like I think they have like a Toyota RAV4 and maybe like a Toyota Highlander and some Lexus stuff and Range Rovers and whatnot. But they do McLaren, they do Pagani. What else do they do? They do did I say McLaren? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said McLaren. But I mean, they do a great job with their models. And the way I look at it is with a supercar or a hypercar like this, I feel like with all the details they have, I feel like it's worth spending the extra money to have a highly detailed version of one. Nothing against like Mini GT or Tarmac, but especially Tarmac. Tarmac's supercars are terrible. They don't even put carbon fiber printing on them, but I like spending the extra money to get a really detailed model, because you know these cars cost millions of dollars in real life. So it's like my opinion is I want a model that accurately represents the real life version as best as you can for 64 scale, you know. But yeah, don't sleep on LCD. Also, they did announce that they are getting Lamborghini licensing, so yeah, I'm doomed.